Hsinchu County celebrates harvest with festivals and cultural events. Man smokes on Kaohsiung MRT, sparks outrage. Taichung stream turns milky white, pollution suspected. ByteDance sues Intern for damages over AI breach. Georgia protesters clash with police. Missing hiker found safe in Canada's northern Rockies. First new asthma attack treatment in 50 years. Crypto entrepreneur eats banana artwork bought for $6.2 million.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Monday, December 2nd, and here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, Hsinchu County hosted vibrant harvest celebrations yesterday, featuring the Zhudong Golden Sweet Potato Festival, Zhubei Milkfish Market, and an indigenous seasonal ritual in Zhudong. Over 10,000 visitors enjoyed activities like sweet potato digging and a golden rice field maze. County Magistrate Yang Wen-ke announced plans for Taiwan's first urban indigenous cultural park. A man was caught smoking on a Kaohsiung MRT train on November 30th, discarding the cigarette on the floor. Police quickly apprehended him. The incident, shared on threads, drew public criticism for bystanders' inaction. A stream in Taichung turned milky white on December 1st, sparking concerns of illegal wastewater dumping. Authorities identified a powder coating factory as the source and are investigating. Violators face fines up to $6 million and possible shutdown. And in global news, China's ByteDance is suing a former intern, alleging he deliberately attacked its artificial intelligence large language model training infrastructure. The case has drawn widespread attention within China amid a heated AI race. The parent company of TikTok is seeking 8 million yuan in damages from the former intern in a lawsuit filed with the Haidin District People's Court in Beijing. While lawsuits between companies and employees are common in China, legal action against an intern for such a large sum is unusual.
The case has drawn attention due to its focus on AI LLM training, a technology that has captured global interest amid rapid technological advances in generative AI, which is used to produce text, images, or other outputs from large datasets. ByteDance declined to comment on the lawsuit on Thursday. Tian Qiyu, whom Chinese media outlets have identified as a postgraduate student at Peking University, did not immediately respond to emailed messages. Tian is alleged to have deliberately sabotaged the team's model training tasks through code manipulation and unauthorized modifications. In a social media post in October, ByteDance said it had dismissed the intern in August.
Police clashed with protesters in the Georgian capital, Tbilisi, early on Friday after the country's ruling party announced that the government would suspend talks on European Union accession and refuse budgetary grants until 2028. The country's Interior Ministry said 3 police officers were injured. Police ordered protesters to disperse and fired water cannons, deploying pepper spray and tear gas as masked young people attempted to force their way into the parliament. Some protesters tossed fireworks at police while shouting Russians and slaves.
Georgia's relations with the EU have deteriorated sharply in recent months, as Brussels has alleged that the government has resorted to authoritarian measures and adopted pro-Russian stances. Thousands of pro-EU protesters blocked streets in the capital before the altercations began. The country's figurehead president accused the government of declaring war on its own people and confronted riot police, asking whether they served Georgia or Russia. Georgia has the aim of EU accession written into its constitution and has long been among the most pro-Western of the Soviet Union's successor states. Georgian Dream claims it is not pro-Russian and asserts that it is committed to democracy and integration with the West.
A Canadian man who embarked on a camping trip in the cold, wild terrain of the northern Rockies has been found safe more than 5 weeks after being reported missing. Sam Banastic, 20, flagged down 2 people headed to work at Redfern Lake Trail in the state-run Redfern Kelly Park on Tuesday. Royal Canadian Mounted Police Corporal Madonna Sanderson said the pair recognized Banastic as the subject of a missing person search, picked him up, and took him to a hospital for a checkup.
Banastic said he camped in his car for a few days, spent up to 15 more days camping on a mountainside, and then moved to a campsite he set up in a dry creek bed before making his way to the trail. Kamloops Search and Rescue, which participated in the search, wished Banastic and his family a speedy recovery. Banastic was reported missing by his family on October 19 after he did not return from a camping trip. He had last checked in with them on October 8. Sanderson said in an RCMP statement that additional search and rescue support came from Fort Nelson and North Peace teams, the Canadian Rangers, and local volunteers familiar with the region's trails and backwoods.
Researchers say they have found the first new treatment for asthma attacks in 50 years. The injection calms part of the immune system that can become too active during asthma and a lung condition called chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Berylizumab is already used in the most severe cases, but the latest research suggests it could be used routinely to address around 2 million attacks in the UK each year. The research team at King's College London described the drug as a game changer that could revolutionize care.
The findings stem from the realization that not all asthma or COPD attacks are the same. Instead, different parts of the immune system are overreacting in different patients. Benralizumab targets a type of white blood cell, called an eosinophil, that can cause inflammation and damage in the lungs. Eosinophils are involved in about half of asthma attacks and a third of COPD flare-ups. If such an attack, involving difficulty breathing, wheezing, coughing, and chest tightness, cannot be controlled with regular inhalers, doctors currently prescribe a course of steroids. The study monitored patients for 3 months after treatment for a flare-up. A larger trial, due to start in 2025 and lasting 2 years, will still be needed to confirm any benefit.
A cryptocurrency entrepreneur has followed through on his promise to eat the banana from a $6.2 million artwork he bought last week. Justin Sun outbid 6 others to claim Maurizio Catalan's infamous 2019 work, Comedian, a banana duct taped to a wall, at Sotheby's auction house in New York. He ate the fruit during a news conference in Hong Kong, where he used the moment to draw parallels between the artwork and cryptocurrency. The banana is regularly replaced before exhibitions, with Mr. Sun buying the right to display the installation, along with a guide on how to replace the fruit.
It has been eaten twice before, first by a performance artist in 2019 and again by a South Korean student in 2023. But neither paid any money to do so, let alone $6.2 million. Sun said he was intrigued by the work, admitting he had dumb questions about whether the banana rotted. The New York Times reported a fresh banana was bought for 35 cents on the day of last week's auction, before becoming possibly one of the most expensive fruits in the world. Each attendee at the event on Friday was given a banana and a roll of duct tape as a souvenir. Mr. Sun compared the artwork, and other abstract pieces like it, to NFTs. These, non-fungible tokens, are pieces of digital artwork that have no intrinsic value, other than that prescribed by people.
The answer for last Friday was C, imminent. The dark clouds indicate that a storm is imminent. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of crypto entrepreneur eats banana artwork bought for $6.2 million. Number 1, intrigue. 迷住，激起兴趣. The mysterious artifact intrigued the archaeologists, prompting further investigation. Number 2, token. 象征，标志. The company gave each employee a gift card as a token of appreciation. Number 3, parallel. 平行的，类似的. The teacher drew a parallel between ancient Rome and modern society to explain the concept. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.